But anyway, I'm sure told a lot of people about it and showed her picture to them. Well, let's see. Oh, Marilee, I wanted to tell you first off that although Dean isn't too verbal about it, he really did like his tie, and it really is pretty. You ask if it fit and everything, and it did. So, and it ties real good, he said, and it really, he has a blue shirt with dark blue pants with a real light pinstripe in them, and he didn't have a tie that really went with blue, so it really was a good color. But we were just down at Jeannie and Dave's crafts this weekend, and Jeannie makes ties for her father-in-law. Whenever he's on a lot of board of directors, and whenever he wants to give gifts, he has Jeannie make ties, and he pays her $5 a piece for them. And they're really beautiful. And she gets these remnants of polyester stuff. And she was telling me that they're easy. Of course, she's, it's like you telling me it's easy. You're both accomplished seamstresses, so I thought maybe I would try it sometime when I'm in the mood to sew, which comes about once every 5 years, I think. Hasn't hit me lately. But ties are so expensive, and with this new material, there's so many pretty things to make them out of. But he really did like it, so I really thank you for him, even though he doesn't say it himself. Maybe that's part of my job, I don't know. I mentioned we'd been to Jeannie and Dave's, and we really had a real good time. We had a 3-day weekend because of Washington's birthday. Do you want to talk? What? Say hi, Grandma Orr. It was real beautiful weather down there, and they live in the kind of an area like ours, only it's thicker, more redwoods and all that. But their baby now is 7 months old, and Karen is 2.5. And their baby, Jeannie had kind of sounded like he was a wild one, but I thought he was so good. Real happy and just real cute. Dave was holding him once, and he was laughing and everything, and Dave said to Dean, Dean, don't you really think that he's sort of exceptionally cute for a boy, of any that you've seen this age? Like, he was really serious. And Dean told him, yeah, he thought he was. So. Jeannie said Dave wants to send his picture to a baby food company because he knows that they would sell volumes of food with his picture. So he thinks he's pretty neat. I just listened back a little bit on this tape, and when I was talking about weight, I said I have to stick to my 5-mile limit. I meant my 5-pound limit. So, in case you were wondering what I was thinking about. And speaking of weight, I noticed Dean, some of his pants seem to be pulling around the pockets, and he doesn't look any heavier, but at least to me, I guess because I'm around him. So I said, you better weigh yourself, see how much you weigh. All your pants are getting tight looking. So he did, and he weighs 165, which is about 10 pounds more than his average weight. So he got all worried. He told me just to put one sandwich in his lunch and all this, and I told him he looks better that way, so I put 2 sandwiches in his lunch. But he got kind of nervous. But he really, I think, looks healthier. His face is more filled out. Amy doesn't seem to be gaining any more weight. She's getting taller, but she's still no Twiggy or anything. But she looks pretty good. Well, since I last talked on this, Amy and I have had our lunch, and Amy's sleeping, and I even had a little nap. I didn't mean to take one, but I fell asleep when I was reading. So I can't remember too much what I said, but I'll try to think back now on where I kind of left off. I was really sad to hear about Nancy's husband, Kirk, and that accident he was in. And I know that must have been really a shock for her. And I just couldn't, he was so young when to have that happen. And like you said, they thought he was all right. That would almost be worse than if they knew it was serious right away. But I really felt bad about that. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Some stupendous news. I had some news about my skis. I went skiing a couple of weeks ago with some people during the week. We like to go up during the day, during the week because it's not crowded. And I don't think I told you this on the last tape because I think this happened since. If I did, I'm sorry. You have to hear it again. When we go skiing, usually Dean takes care of, skis and locks them on the top and kind of packs the car. And so I'm not really used to doing that, but when I go with these ladies that go with me, I drive, so I do all that, that Dean usually does. And so we were all through skiing, and I put everybody's skis up on the top of the car and locked it. And I dropped this first lady off at her house, and her skis were on the side mine were on, and I took her skis off and carried them in the garage, and I came back and I forgot to lock mine on. I drove away, and they fell off the car and hit the street, and wrecked the bottom of one of my skis. We thought for a while that the guarantee would take care of it, but because they were starting to separate the layers, and they're guaranteed against that. But we found out later the guarantee wasn't good for what had happened to him. And I have to send him back to the company in Minnesota, and it takes about 5 weeks, and I don't know how much money to fix them. When I get them back, they'll be like new. So I sort of resigned myself. I went through several stages of self-pity because I couldn't ski anymore this year. And I could rent them, but that really runs into money when I pay a babysitter and my ski lift, and then if I have to rent skis, it just was too much. So I got myself into a positive frame of mind of thinking that it didn't matter, So we're getting them ready to send back, and I think I'll just wait and send them in the spring or summer, and I'll have them back for next year. But I just was listening to the news at noon, and they just cut about 3 feet of snow up above us here, and they said how good the skiing was. So I called down to the ski place and checked again how much it cost to rent skis, and we're getting quite a bit back on our income tax money, although I've got it all budgeted out already. But I just thought I might try to work in one more ski trip next week while the snow is so good. So I sort of been conniving here, thinking how I can justify spending about $14 for one ski trip. Usually when I go, it costs me $6 for the lift and then $4 for a babysitter. And so then the skis, I think, are between $3.75 and $4 more. So anyway, I just love to go so much. I just want to see if I can work in one more trip. See, when I decided that it didn't matter if I didn't ski anymore this year, the snow was real bad, so that helped me not feel too bad. But now that it's good, it's harder to resist. We have some other good news. We've really been praying a long time about the Sunday school. I think when we were back there, we were talking about a 2-hour Sunday school program that the church in Denver there has at Big Calvary Temple. And we wanted to try it, and we just haven't said too much because last time we kind of went on it at it too strong and couldn't at the other church, and they were sort of suspicious, I think. But the pastor came up to Dean a couple of weeks ago and asked him if he would kind of write down some ideas of a 2-hour program so he could see it. So we did that, and he's coming over tonight to our house to talk about it. So several people are really interested in doing it. So it's been kind of neat because we haven't said anything. We just really prayed that we could have a chance to try it, with these kids. Because in our Sunday school now we have the majority of kids are from unchurched families and Christian families, and we really feel we need more time with them, and we need more of a variety to keep their interest. And so this would allow us to really do some neat things with them and spend more time in teaching them. So we're really glad that we haven't had to say anything, but just have really prayed about it. And it's kind of come from the people asking if we would do it. So it really is better to have the Lord do it than to try to push your ideas on people. I think that's one of the biggest things I've learned this year is, you can have good ideas and have pure motives and all that and think that you just want what's best, but if you go at it the wrong way, I'm convinced that you really can't convince anybody that you're right about something unless they really feel they want to make a change. So we've really prayed about some other things too, real specifically, and shown me that it pays to pray about it more than talk about it, because I've tried it both ways now. So that's been a good thing I learned this year. Let's see. I want to thank you too for Dean's $6 you sent him for his birthday. He had that Monday off. That was I think his birthday was on Monday. Well, it was Lincoln's birthday. So Dean went skiing over to Squaw Valley with that money. It cost $9 now for a lift ticket over there, which is really something. Where I go, it's $6, but I guess Squaw Valley, Dean said it's just so huge and you can ski so long. It's more like Colorado skiing. And he got a coupon at a gas station that gave him $1 off at Squaw Valley. And then when he got your card with $6 in it, he decided that he would go skiing over to Squaw Valley with that. So he really did have a good time. I must say I was a little jealous. But next year. Always next year. Let's see. I really don't have any big news. We've had nice weather, but like I said, they just got snow above us. The last few days have been raining here and snowing above. Hasn't been real cold though, at least here. So we're way behind in rainfall, so everybody's hoping we get some more rain. Because if we don't, the fire danger is so bad. It just starts earlier. It's bad anyway, but it just makes the fire danger time longer up in the mountains. Well, I guess I am going to have to... Oh, I know one other thing. Tomorrow, these people from our church are going skiing. They have they're two sisters who live up here, and one has 5 kids and one 4. And they're just beginning to go skiing, and the ladies are the ones that go with me. They're really nice. One is one that read your book that I told you about the ranch. But they decided, Dean got them all enthused about Squaw Valley, so they're all... Over at Squaw Valley, if you have kids, like for every paying adult, they let your kid under 12 ski free. So if you have a big family, even though the lift tickets are more for adults, it pays you to go over there because your kids can ski free, like if there's 2 adults, 2 free kids. So they decided that Dean got them all excited about trying Squaw Valley. So they each have one kid in their family that is too little to go. One little girl is 3. Her name's Amy, too. And then one little girl is 6, and she's kind of a little frail, not the outdoors type. And they're going to stay here with us tomorrow, and I think we'll go to the zoo or something, so they feel like they get to do something. Amy's never been to the zoo, and I think she would kind of like it now, and it's more fun to go when there's more kids, so we decided since they were coming, we'd go to the zoo. Well, I know one other new thing Amy's doing now is she's learned how to kiss. Kind of juicy kisses, but they're really kisses. And just say, well, she did it a couple of weeks ago when Dean started to go to school, and he didn't kiss her, and she just sat in her high chair and was smacking her lips together, making like a kiss noise. And so that's when she first started to get the idea. But now when she wants to kiss you, she comes up to you and goes, like that, and then she really kisses you. So when you come out, you'll have to be prepared for a lot of juicy kisses from Amy. We were wondering if you're going to be able to come out this year in the spring, like last year. We hope you do. I didn't know if you were planning to because of Christmas going to Janine's, but we really hope that you could come out. You'd really have fun with Amy now. She's really, well, I keep saying she's getting to a better stage, but I do like it when she starts to really, I don't know, she really acts like she knows what's happening around here. And I guess the next thing now, when she starts to talk, I'll think that's even better, But she's really getting fun. And we talk about you all the time. I don't know. I still think she'll probably kind of remember she did last time you came, and she was even littler then. So I think she'll have an idea who you are. Well, I guess I'll close now and talk a little bit later.
Well, here we are, and it is Sunday evening, and Amy is right here wearing her patchwork bathrobe. And now she is sitting on her toy box. Say, hello, Grandma Orr. Say, hello, Grandma Orr. That's kind of a weak hello, Grandma Orr. Say, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Now, maybe a little bit later, she'll come out with a few of her vocabulary words. She can say bye-bye, hi, Gus, Cookie, Daddy, but not Mama. I think Bonnie tries to get her to say Mama, but she won't. And she can go on this. I don't know if you've ever. She says Mama when she's real fussy. She goes Mama, Mama, Mama. Hey, just said Mama. Say Mama. Mama, Mama, Mama. Mama. Say da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Bonnie says this is not too interesting of a tape. Well, it all depends on how you look at it. Bonnie thinks she's a comedian. Lately, she thinks she's real funny. And I've always said she's funny. Her friends think she's funny too. All two of them. They're all time going up to me saying, "Hey, you really have a funny, funny wife." Well, let's see. What has happened? What? What did I get? Oh, we are trying to get winter sports and summer sports. So we have winter sports, which is skiing. Although this year I've only been twice. And Bonnie says she's only been 3 times. But on the days she gets to go, she gets to ski a lot. So I consider that to be 6 to my 2. Okay, have to rescue Amy from her toy box to get out of it. Let's see, what was I telling you? Oh, anyway, we ski in the winter, and so in Sacramento and a few other places, they're starting to build bike trails, 10, 15 mile long, but it says 20, well, whatever, maybe 100, who knows. So anyway, there's a little girl that has just come and sat on me. I'm laying on the floor. So Bonnie has had a bike, and I had a bike that we got in Los Angeles, but it wasn't too good a one. Bonnie says you were there when we got him. Oh yeah, Bonnie got it for college graduation. Anyway, we rode him down there when we moved up here. The bike that I got wasn't too good a shape, and it didn't work very hot, but Bonnie's is in good shape. It's a Swin, real good one. So we went down and yesterday, and at Penny's I got a bike, and we got a new tire for Bonnie's and fixed it up, and then we got a carrier for Amy. She sits in, and we put it on Bonnie's bike. Bonnie says because she's in better shape. So we are going to go on some rides on the bike trails. And Amy will like that. We went on a ride tonight, or not tonight, this afternoon, over to some friends of ours' house. One of Bonnie's two friends' house. So anyway, we went over there and rode our bikes, and Bonnie was pedaling away like a little demon there. Those little legs really whip around there. You ought to see her ride that bicycle, tear down the road. So we're looking forward to having a little bike trips here. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. But Amy, there's a commercial, Vanquish headache tablets, and they go da 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 da, and they show this guy, and he's supposed to get rid of his headache. Yeah. So anyway, Amy says that now. One of her many intelligent little bits of performance. Did you tell about Ginny and Dave? Okay, well, Bonnie told you about Ginny and Dave. They went bike riding too a while back. We'd like to take our bikes. There's this little girl who wanted me to sit up, and then she came and jumped on my back. Now she's going over to terrorize Mama. Mama! Let's see. What else exciting is... Oh, we're going to start this 2-hour Sunday school. About a month or 6 weeks. 6 weeks. Going to do a lot of planning. It's going to be 5th and 6th and 3rd and 4th graders. And it's not like a Sunday school in junior church. It's just a 2-hour Sunday school, and you just do a lot more things in it that you wouldn't have time for in a regular Sunday school. So we're going to be kind of busy getting that all planned out. And then Bonnie said to tell you we are going to take our Sunday school on a bike trip. Our Sundays, about 20 kids, huh? I don't know how many there's going to be, but we thought they'd like to go on a little bike trip. So let's see. I really don't know anything else to say. maybe what I will do is turn this off, and then after a bit, maybe I will think up some more to say.
Well, I just was listening back a little bit to see if Dean had told you, so I wouldn't repeat anything, but we just got your tape today, and I listened to it and was real glad to hear that your house was sold for sure. I bet you didn't really expect it that soon. I really didn't. The way you were talking, I think the last tape that, you hadn't had anybody hardly looking, so that's really neat that you did sell it. And Marilee, your house really sounds like it would be neat. I know building a house, I used to work in a construction office, and like you said, builders, I think, are the biggest procrastinators. That's why I worked for my uncle, and they just keep putting people off, and I thought it was just him, but maybe it's universal characteristic of builders, because people really, I used to feel sorry for them. They were justified in getting mad because it's really hard to get things going, but I guess once your house starts getting built, it'll, seem like it's going faster. The trailer really sounds nice, too. I wished I could have been there to look at trailers with you. I really like to go look at them. I remember that time that in Los Angeles, I still had a concept of a trailer being 8 feet wide and feeling like you were camping all the time, but I remember that first time I had really looked at trailers was when you and I went on Beach Boulevard out there in Los Angeles, where they had all those trailers, and I couldn't believe how you forgot you were in a trailer right away. How, really big they feel when you're inside. And 12 feet wide, that's really nice. That you got one that wide. I guess maybe that's how they all are now, I don't know. But, sounds really nice. I know they have several of those adult-only trailer parks up here, because I think a lot of people retire up here, and they always look a little more well-kept, and there's not bikes and trikes and all kinds of toys all around. It just looks a little bit neater. But we'll really be anxious to come back and see you when you get your trailer and Marilee gets her house, and be like going to a new place. Let's see. Today, Amy and I really had fun. We were gone all morning. I drove the truck up to this friend of mine, as Dean says, one of my two friends. I drove it up to her house in Pollock Pines, which is about 5 miles. Maybe it's not that far. Our church is about 5 miles, I think. So her house is about a mile less than that from our house. And the reason I wanted to go that way is Pollock Pines is 1,000 feet higher than we are, so I knew if I drove up there I could ride downhill all the way. So I drove and parked the truck and had my bike in the back, and then we stayed there for a few minutes, and then I strapped Amy in, and then I have a friend who lives about, my other friend, as Dean would say if he was here. She lives halfway between this girl's house and my house, so I stopped there. I really didn't do it intentionally at lunchtime, but it was lunchtime. So she gave Amy a peanut butter sandwich and cookies and milk, and she made me a real good salad, and so I ended up not getting home till about after 1 o'clock. So I really did have a neat day, and Amy played there. I just looked down, and I'd been talking, and it wasn't, I was at the end of the tape. And I was telling you about that, where I stopped at that friend of mine's house, and then came home, and Amy slept a couple hours. Now she's just gotten up. She's playing here in the kitchen, so you'll hear some clangs pretty soon. But when I was there, this friend of mine gave me a bike map that she'd cut out of the paper, and Marilee, it's kind of over, when we went to those old stores, just a minute, I gotta help Amy. When we went to all those old stores over toward Jackson, all those old historic towns, well, this bike trail is over that way, and it starts at a place called Ione, and then you go through all these real old places I've never heard of, but it says in this article that you pass a lot of historic places, and it's a 53-mile circle, and you don't have to go that whole way, but it might not be too far because it's all flat, and there's no, if there are hills, they're very little, and most of it's all flat, so it really isn't as bad as it sounds when you say that long, but it's real pretty over there, especially this time of year. And it will get prettier as spring comes. So I think Saturday we're going to go over there and try it out and see what it's like. And we're trying to find some places to take the kids from Sunday school, so we have to kind of test them out. We don't want to take them till the weather's more predictable, maybe over Easter vacation. I think over Easter vacation we'll go over to San Francisco, Golden Gate Park. That's a real big park, and it goes along the beach too by Cliff House, and you can go for miles and miles. And I think we'll go over there during Easter and maybe take the twins on a big ride. They have bikes, so it's really fun. The best part that's better about skiing, once you get your bike, it's free. You can go all over, so it's very inexpensive entertainment once you have the bikes, and since I had mine, it wasn't a big thing to get Dean one. So we really are looking forward to it. Let's see. I don't know. I'm so anxious to hear Janine as you talk about her. I was wondering what GA's reaction was too, and I'm glad that he, gives her credit and was proud of her, because I'm sure that means a lot, even though, she probably knows he'd be happy about it, but it's nice when somebody shows it a little bit. So I'm really looking forward to seeing her. I have heard people say, when they see people that have lost a lot of weight, that they think they're too thin, or, I heard my mom say it about a friend of hers that really lost a lot. But I think, like you said, it's just so hard to get used to them not being heavy that they look too thin, but probably after you're around them, they wouldn't. Dean went to a meeting last night to present the Sunday school plan to the Board of Education at church, and Dean has moved out of our Sunday school department now officially, and my old principal that is really good with working with kids. He's the one I was going to work with at the Camino Church with the juniors. He's going to work with me in the junior department, and Dean's going to take over the toddlers, 2 to 5 years old, because they just have no place for him during church, and Dean really wants to do it. He is really good with real little kids. He can really get them to listen and really can teach them things, not just, it's fun, but he gets them to really learn, and so he offered, they said this was really a big need, and they would like men, but men just feel that's a lady's job for little kids. So Dean volunteered to take it, and I think there's going to be a high school kid working with him, and he's going to use a lot of puppets, and there'll be quite a few kids that age, so he's really excited about it. So when Amy turns 2 in August, she'll get to go in there with him. So he'll like that too. But that is a neat age. You really have to plan, because you can't do anything very long. Everything has to be little short activities, but Dean has a lot of good ideas, so I think he'll like it, and I'm sure the kids will, because right now they don't do anything. They just play around, and they get in fights, and they have some nice facilities there, so everybody's real happy Dean's taking it. Let's see, I really haven't got too much news. A few daffodils have come out here, so looks like spring is going to come. Dean's getting all in the mood to work outside. Unlike you, Marilee, I could do without it. I rake leaves and clean up, but that's about the extent of my gardening. I'll pull weeds when I have to. Dean really likes it. I don't know if he says that because he has to do it, but I think he really does like it. He says really relaxing for him after he's been at school to come home and just do that. And Amy's at a good age now to go outside. She really plays. We have this cat that I was going to take to the pound because I think it's going to have kittens. But Amy has so much fun with it that I think maybe I'll keep it, even though I don't love cats too much. That'll really be fun to ski up at Janine's. I'm really looking forward to that. I think on Mount Hood there's several ski areas. It's so big up there that there's several places you can go, and I don't think it's as expensive, or it's as, like you said, Greg goes for $5. Well, that's not bad compared to, here. Well, some places are that much here, but most of them are over that. And then if you take a lesson, then it just doubles it. So I think kids going from here, beginners, going on the little hill and taking a lesson at $7.50, so that's cheaper than up there. So, and I don't think it would be as crowded because there's just not as many people in Oregon as California. And people like come up by us here from San Francisco and Sacramento and a lot of big areas. So I'm really looking forward to that. We'll ride our bikes all summer to get in shape for skiing. I think Janine should take it up. She would really, really like it. I can't imagine anybody not liking it unless you really get cold easy or something, and I don't think she's that way, so. One thing Dean says, you hardly ever see a fat skier, and so I guess Janine would fit in real good now. She'd be a real skinny skier. No, just a minute. Amy was in some candles I had to go rescue, and she's not too happy, so I think I'll close for now and talk a bit later. You want to talk to Grandma Orr? Say hi. Where's Dada? Me. Sheep. Say hi, Grandma Orr. Hi, Grandma Orr. Amy's learning to talk on the telephone, so sometimes I'll call you. We call time, and she listens to that lady, and she talks to her. So when she gets, so she'll say something, we'll have her call you. I think it'll be a while yet. She's not really a talker yet. I'll be glad when she is, because so many times it's just something simple she wants, and it takes me so long. I'm getting better at figuring it out because I get the idea faster since I had a little practice. You want to talk? Say hi. Can you say hi, Grandma Orr? Hi, Marilee. I guess I should start to teach Amy to say Aunt Marilee. We're not, in our family, nobody calls anybody aunt. We just, I don't know why, because all of us always called our aunts by Aunt so-and-so, but we just never have done it. Like Lori, Luke, and Timmy just call us by our names. So I'll have to remember to teach Amy to say Aunt Marilee. Huh? Well, I guess I'll close for now because I really don't have any news. I really enjoyed your tape. Dean hasn't heard it yet. But I really like getting tapes. I like to make them. That's hot, Amy. I like to make them better than write a letter, as you can guess. So I'll close for now.
I guess I'll talk a little bit more. And Amy is sitting on my desk up here with a little car in her hand, so maybe she'll talk. Are you gonna talk? Huh? She just woke up. I just got home from school. And she just woke up from her afternoon nap, so I don't know, she feels like talking. She's been kind of a crybaby today. Bonnie has said she hasn't felt too good. So maybe she will talk a little bit to Grandma R, huh, Aim? You say hi? No, she doesn't want to say anything. She is silent as could be. Oh, let's see. Oh, you talked on the tape about the horse that was ours out on the ranch. Uh, the horse that he had out there was Frosty, which was one of my horses. The last time we were out there, we went for a ride in the pickup, and he showed us the horse. He had turned, when I had him, he was kind of black and, had some white in him. And he was pure white. His hair had turned pure white when I saw him, so. And Bob said he didn't ride him or anything, so that was the horse. Oh, let's see. I can't think really of anything that's happened too much. Amy, no, you can't touch that. Let's see. We've been fairly busy this week. We've had something to go to. Some things happening at church, and we're getting ready to, later on tonight we have to go to another teachers meeting at church. Did you tell them about that Sunday school? Yeah. About what I'm going to do? Yeah. I just asked Bonnie if she had told you about those toddlers. And in August, you know who will be in my class? Amy will be a toddler. Because Amy will be 2 years old. Yeah. We have these friends up from the church. There's this movie called Fiddler on the Roof. We saw it down in Sacramento. It's a play. It's about a Jewish family. And it's a musical that was on Broadway or something. And it's been made into a motion picture. It's a musical. So we're going to go see that, I think, tomorrow night. It's playing down here in Sacramento. Oh, Amy is just staring. She acts like she is so wiped out. Whoops, just a minute. She is trying to get down. Can you go da-da-da-da? No, she won't do her little Vanquish commercial. Oh, your trailer sounds like it's pretty neat. I don't know when we'll be back there to take a look at it. Amy and I are getting ready to go outside. I'm kind of starting to I'll get some leaves. I'm going to try to start a compost pile it's for to build up the soil. And you take and put leaves, you dig a little pit and put leaves in there and garbage, anything that's organic, and mix it up in there. And then you cover it up with dirt and let it set from 3 to 6 months. And I'm also going to, in the past I've always burned the leaves, but I was talking to a guy and he just builds a pile and makes kind of a mulch pile, and they kind of rot. And then he mixes it back into the soil. So I'm going to do that this year. And there's this part in back of the house that we'd like to build up to plant a garden, or not really a full garden, but just some things. Bonnie wants to plant potatoes for some reason. She's got her mind fixed on potatoes. She says it's too late though. Well, she says it's not too late if I could do it pretty soon. So maybe today I'll get out there. She says she needs some horse manure. Well, let's see. I am so full of news. What do I think about Janine? I think Janine is skitty, huh? Maybe I'll think up some witty card to send to her. What? The poster. Uh, I like to see that poster they're going to blow up of her. Ah! I think that'd be kind of embarrassing. See the big poster up there. Buddy thinks I've gained weight. I gained 5 pounds. 5 pounds. 5 pounds from 155 to 160. I got up to 165 and Bonnie thought I was putting on weight. What? Amy is getting a little back to life here. She's trying to talk a lot lately. Nobody can understand her, but she tries to talk a lot. What? She screams a lot. She's always done that quite a bit. She has good screaming voice. But one of these days she can say daddy. She can say daddy. What? Oh, no. Thought she was going to say a few words to Grandma Orr. What? Can you go? Da 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 da. Da 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 da. No, she's not in the mood for it. Starting to laugh a lot. She tries to mimic you if you laugh. She tries to laugh. Bonnie says she tries to mimic me and not her. Oh, you laugh, just not very much. Well, let's see. I really don't think we're going to get this thing full. What? Say daddy. Amy can say daddy so good, but she cannot even say mama. She says mama when she's real desperate, and she goes mama mama mama. She knows. Right, she knows who her real friend is, daddy. So maybe one of these days she'll get around to saying mom. Bonnie's all wiped out today. She's been a little under the weather. She's all washed up over there. What? Oh, sure. She gorged herself and got sick. She paid the price for her stuffing herself.
It's not what I stuffed myself on. It really is.
She stuffed herself on sunflower seeds.
So did you.
Well, I tell you what, I'm just kind of biding time here. And I really think I've about ran the course. I've run the course, I finished the fight. So I think I better just sign off for now. Oh, I told you we already got bikes. Did I tell her that? Anyway, we're gonna this Saturday try to go on a little bike ride, maybe. Bye-bye. Amy? Amy, can you say bye-bye? Bye-bye. Bye-bye. She says that real good, too. Bye-bye. Yay! Amy. Are you coming? Are you coming? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Amy's about ready to bite Bonnie. She loves to bite Bonnie for some reason. She never bites me, but she takes a chunk out of Bonnie. think she's a little cannibal here.
What? Daddy? Daddy? Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no!
All gone.
Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Daddy. Are you going to talk anymore for Grandma Orr? I don't know if you could tell she was saying, oh no. She does that and she puts her hand up to her head and she goes, oh no. Now she's trying to be a little majorette. She's stepping with one foot real high. Bunny said she looked like Chester, if you know who he was. Amy is suddenly coming back to life. Well, I think we better stop here. Bonnie wants to go down to the post office to get this into the mail. So I'll sign up for now, and we'll be sending another tape sometime in the future.
Well, I guess we won't quite get this tape finished. There's a few minutes left on it, but like Dean said, I wanted to get it in the mail today, and I haven't gotten the mail or gone to the post office yet. So there's really not any more news anyway, so we'll just sign off for now and be sending something later. Oh, Marilee, I just thought of something I wanted to tell you. My mom just has done her kitchen over as far as colors go, and she got new linoleum and a new dishwasher, and she got her linoleum's a gold kind of Spanish pattern, and she got a Harvest Gold colored dishwasher, and I really liked it. It's the first time I'd really seen one, except in the store, and she really, really likes it. I think hers is a Hot Point or Universal. I don't know what it is, but the color is really neat looking with the wood cabinets. I thought the gold was really pretty, so I think you'll really like that. It's kind of new too. It's not as common as the green. So, like Dean said, we don't know when we'll get back to see your house. I'm sure by the time we get back there, you'll have your house though, and to see your trailer and everything. So it'll be fun when we do get to come back. Everything will be new. So we'll sign off for now, and you'll be hearing from us as there is news. So bye for now.